Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back with Victoria 3. Welcome back with our still young King Frederick von Oldenburg here in Denmark in 1866. We're in the way of creating a more just and liberal and Hygge society here where everybody can participate. We're halfway in a good way apart from the state finances that are slowly advancing. To be honest, but still, it's not like we can build constantly with state construction. However, actually, if we look at the gold reserves graph down there, despite our little construction program in the meantime, we are back over the worst. Well, I mean, actually not. What was the little construction program? It started when the debt goes down, right? So we recovered from this one at least. Yeah, still we're paying 5,000 interest, so I guess it is a good idea to keep on going with our little bit of debt relief. However, let's see what's the next step to do. We researched socialism. That's great. So we will have some socialism spreading or like these ideas, but actually we just got it out so we could enable gradual taxation. That was the main idea for this technology. Let's see if we can enact it already. Nope, we cannot. We have nobody supporting it, I think. So yeah, I guess we need the trade unions somewhere. But they will be coming with the research of socialism or the idea spreading. I'm pretty sure that this will get into, like, will be there at some point, the availability. Okay, let's see what is happening with the Spanish. Something cannot be fulfilled at the moment, so I don't know what it is. Oh, but we're gonna keep it running. I think it's not gonna stop because of that little situation over here. So what's the next research actually we gotta do? Production research, I mean, we are not running on a huge industry yet, so we're still basically traders. Rubber, I mean, we have our tiny colonies there where we could produce some rubber, but rather not yet. Human rights, tourism, identification. Maybe we should have a look more down here, what's coming next. Yeah, malaria, but this is too far away. Corporate governance, 9 years to level 4 technologies are too far off, definitely. Then, in this case, let's go for... Maybe let's do philosophical pragmatism. It just makes sense in the kind of society we see ourselves in, where that we, of course, we have our Danish philosophers that will create something great for us. Bilbao Convention still is something problematic. Wonder what it is. Do we actually have to put these high import subventions on iron still after this treaty with the Spaniards? Nah, it doesn't hurt us. Okay, it doesn't hurt us, so let's keep it going like this. The Italians moving even further forward into Austria, so they will take over the Austrian-Italian provinces for sure. Really weird that the North German Federation decided not to go for Bavaria in this case, but rather for humiliation of Morocco. Not okay. Mass graves. Most definitely, it's just Togo. Yeah, Hygge society, but in Denmark. I guess, I mean, our colonies are not really, there is no big HTML. It's first of all a private colony. Second of all, it has a population of 900,000. Okay, that's actually... I mean, we have 2 million Danish. Where's the population drop coming from, by the way? Wait, what? Huh? Let me have a look. Did we... probably when HP Mola was founded, maybe this is the thing. And then, yeah, before it was counted as part of our population. So, yeah, there is a... Still, if you have... We have... How many Danes do we have? 2.1 and 500,000 Colonial, or 1.4, so it's not marginal. At some point the time will come nice to see it. The trade unions are getting more drive and not yet influential, but they will be there at some point for sure. Oh, and we do have a new one in West Cauca actually. Oh wait, New Granada, right? What is there? Was it just wait? Is it a? We have a regional HQ here in Granada. Nice, New Granada. First New World HP Möller headquarters. And our income is going up. That's good to see. while we're building here. West Borneo, Switzerland, yeah, shipyards, Götaland, North Sumatra. The thing is, I really want to get... I'm getting too greedy again, I know. Minus 50k for construction, yeah. I'm getting too greedy, but I kind of gonna fire out a couple of buildings again. Since we need to get our good old Danes into work. Make them overall happy. Yeah, high quality forest, that's good. Naturalist, that's a new geologist. KJV Steenstrup. Oh, he's a historical character even, okay. Ethno-nationalist. Danish Nazi and geologist. Well, let's have him. Yeah, let's come on. I think I'm too greedy. And we can afford these 4.8 interest. Yeah, we see we can recover our financial situation quickly if we need to. So therefore, let's boom, do it and build here a bit. Minus 17. Yeah. Actually, it has gotten better anyway. So yeah, with the growing GDP and higher taxes and so forth, slowly we're getting in an area where we could even handle it. I mean, we cannot right now, but for a bit. Let's build these furniture manufactories, the pottery mills, trade centers. If we're going to build the National Library or the Archaeological Museum and the observatory, let's see. Actually, even the agricultural buildings are done quickly and would occupy a couple of people in a short time here. Jutland, also an option, but yeah. We will see. Bankruptcy is not an option. In the meantime, Dr. Herbst found a cave painting in Danish Congo. A new artwork. Recently discovered cave surprised the explorers with a prehistoric painting. Swiftly, Dr. Herbst appeared and created an illustration of the paintings. After leaving the cave, it was locked to protect the paintings from human influence. Is this art? Or archaeologist? No, why not? In the meantime, we have a ridiculous job. Some academic colleagues mock Dr. Jernstrup because of his obsession with prehistoric scenery, not only behind his back, but now quite directly. Some researchers consider his activity an absurd hobby and the project a fundamentally ridiculous affair. Come, sherry. Buy those nasty scholars a few bottles of sherry so they'll leave the doctor alone. Exactly. Come on, how dare they? Rubber Rush and Pegu? No. When are we going to invest in Pegu? Oh, this is not even ours. It's British Indian Pegu. We can't even, so whatever. Let the Rubber Rush happen. In the meantime, we're building our first IKEA department. Quite interested, like, I think it was necessary. Rubber in Congo, yeah. The Danish-Austrian League, the Danish-Dutch Society, those are really happy. There we go, first construction here starting in Zeeland. And Italy claims Lombardo, Venetia and Southern Tyrol. Wow, this was a big one. Austria being heavily shrunk down. After a successful campaign against Austria and the reclamation of Lombardy and Venetia, Italy can finally take its place on the geopolitical chessboard. It's now time for Italy's next step to become a great power. It's time to take our place under the sun. After the conquest of Lombardy, Venetia, the Italian unification process advanced steadily. With these territories now part of the Kingdom of Italy, the movement to unify the peninsula gained new momentum. In 1860, the focus shifted southward as Giuseppe Garibaldi led his famous expedition on the 1000, conquering the Kingdom of Two Sicilies. This military campaign, supported by volunteers and welcomed by many southern Italians, led to the swift annexation of the south. Following of this success, the Italian parliament declared Victor Emmanuel II as King of Italy in 1861. Finally, in 1870, Italian forces captured Rome, completing the unification. The Italian peninsula was now a single nation under one flag. We are in 1866, and they already took here South Tyrol. This was after World War I, if you would say so, right? Not really. I mean, it's hard to depict. Is it in? How far does it go up? Only Innsbruck. Well, kind of now modern borders Italy we already got here. Oh, and we have a liberal Russian revolt. Holy shit snacks. Never already seen this. Liberal revolt in Russia. Wow. This checkered one here in only a few spots. Very interesting. Now we're not helping fighting. I was just thinking about it. Shall we help the Tsar forget some trade concessions or something like this? But no, definitely not. Yeah, we do have to do a steel import. Aren't we doing it anyways? And it's still propaganda for him. Yeah, we need a lot of them. Frederick von Oldenburg must focus his speech on the problems that afflict our country. Exactly. But look at that, minus 14k, and we're building with full throttle. That's actually, so I think in this case we're gonna build the, we're already done with, yeah, National Library incoming, Archaeological Museum. Guys, with a new age of culture is kicking off here. Stenstrup, take the experience here. New Olga Son, who is he? A Mexican theocrat, yeah. He's a writer, okay. Oh, we can get to the publishing. We do have publishing industry, right? Small, but we have one. Maybe we should build another one so we can have another type of newspaper. Or we do. Oh, we already have the workers' newspaper. All good. Alrighty. Lobbyist lectures in Copenhagen. Are we doing that? Well, we should also be working on a law. Sorry, totally forgot about this one. No, I don't want to necessarily strengthen the church. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's have a quick look which law could help us. Interventionism. Nah. Monarchy is still fine, I think, with Frederick. The people don't have a problem at all. We have racial segregation. It's also okay. We can't. Administrative centralization. It cost us some more. Yeah, with Greenland and so forth, you might argue that's fine. It is Greenland a state, by the way, and Iceland, I should think so. Yeah, they are. Greenland not, but let's make it one at least. It's okay. So now this one, National Guard, it's okay. Foreign policy. No specific focus. Also, this is okay at the moment. Professionalized, we just got this through not too long ago. Pollution, we didn't want to work on. Public sector investments is okay. Industrial, we said. Light industry is wrong, right? We wanted to have, if so, we want to support rather the manufacturing. But this is, nobody's supporting that one. Why? I mean, light industry is also not bad. Motors, shipyards. We have shipyards, right? So, synthetics, chemical tooling. Heavy is definitely wrong for us. That doesn't make sense. This one just another. Yeah, but it's also not such a big step for us right now, I think. Propertied women. Also, they can stay property. They don't want to turn anything about it. Maybe I'm just gonna leave it as it is for the moment. Or some wage sub. Do we have high? Oh yeah, we think we can start with wage subsidy. Not. Oh no. What subsidies I can't really afford. Definitely not, right? Welfare payments, tax minus tax collection, food security. Now we could rather go for minimum wage. That would be optimal. That would be really good to make our poor people a little bit stronger and happier, but nope, we don't have that yet. Decentralization is the only thing that I really want, maybe over a long term, but I don't know if I want it now. Again, investments wise, maybe at some point I'm actually turning them off if it's. And we're getting here. First of all, meeting of the Gogason and Kierkegaard, leading to some camera process due to their talking about books, okay. And we have the inauguration of the National Library. With the opening, and is this a building we can see actually? I'm not sure, but let's zoom in. Anyways, with the opening of the National Library of Denmark, an important step has been taken to advance the exchange of knowledge and the education of the people. Axel Bang was promoted to the first librarian of the new institution, a protectionist landowner, okay. National libraries emerged in Europe at the end of 18th century and had their heyday in a long 19th century. The focus was on providing a broad and egalitarian civil public with access to education, which was seen as a national task. At the same time, the English and French institutions, which were considered role models, served to convey the claim to supremacy of the respective cultural nation and its global mission. which American and Russian imitators took up. Through the expansion and differentiation of the sciences, the national libraries also displaced private academic libraries. Champagne, champagne. Yeah. Sitting here in basically in Munich and working with books from then the Munich library, the Bavarian one basically, from back in the day. Here we still also have the Bavarian one. It's therefore is really huge, and it's probably in a couple of ways with a lot of, I think in handwritings at least, where I had some insights with medieval stuff, and some of the collections that were collected here are apparently even on level or in Europe or worldwide with basically just in competition to British National Library and library in Paris. I don't know which one is this. What I'm saying is, yeah, National Libraries 19th century, definitely. If I have one, a good example here, not too far from myself, where it goes here and there. So yeah, it's good to have it, I guess. No longer explanation on this point. We're going down here with the... But I'm wondering if our interest rate might have decreased. Or just with the higher GDP in total, maybe our cash and interest or debt maximum has gone to new places. Do we need this one so badly? Actually, it's the volcano one, the tooling. Let's build these. I think we are in a good run. I'm just gonna not build the river developments, but yeah. And we have got the Ecological Museum, definitely. I can't wait to visit. We have no architects, artifacts. But Mr. Herbst is going to find some for the Archaeological Museum, sure. And we have a new composer, Ansgar Harmarik, also a historic character. Good question. Are you guys from Morgenröte? When you research these things, are you the ideology? Is it fixed when you create this, or has there just been quite a strong collection of artists or scientists from Denmark that are being ethno-nationalist? Well, let's take him. Or is this a random incident? Oh, St. Petersburg here is also the Liberal Revolution. The weird thing is the liberals are led here by also a landowner, but a moderate one, right? Mikhailovich. Here Alexander Romanov is actually a market liberal, at least in Victoria. So, yeah. I don't know why the liberals think they should find their luck with another emperor. Let them do it. Let the Russian liberals have the uprising as they want to. And let the British have the world empire, while we're still having an eye onto the German market, since we would love to, of course. We always love to build in Holland. Our HP Noller loves to build its ports and stuff out there. Yeah, I think the entrance in the Dutch market was definitely a big win for our company. Look at this, here, Java, Holland. Holland is definitely very useful. Swedish too, even though the Swedes actually don't need anything of this right now. This is kind of a waste. I mean, because they don't have their own market, they're still with the Germans. Does this help them? Not at all. While Denmark, our events ran out. I think that's the reason why the standard of living also went down again. Nice, he made some training. Oh, we have to do a couple of things down here with our Blocs. First of all, we need also a new anthropologist or astronomer. Right, so therefore, to the universities. There are in the development section. Let's do. What did I say? I wanted a. Oh my god. Both. Knee break. Anthropologist we cannot have yet because they need some technology, so we want the astronomer, which is mathematical. Okay, there we go. Which we have, so we should be able to get an astronomer. Perfect. This is good. More organization, then you get some equipment, whatever. Now we can afford it, hopefully. The physician can expand the medical system, that's good. The composer does a opera season, let's try it. The geologist, she can prospect ore. Danish Togo, not really worth it right now. We just like chill for a moment. Architect can do capital expansion, and then we're set for most of the things right now. You can wait this. And there we go. Building quicker than expected. Here our rye farm project. Quite cheap now. We can export, I think. Let's put also small import tariffs for export. So if it's so cheap, we can definitely expand some rye. I think the word protectionist toll was just from the beginnings. Danish market, yeah, we can. Should we put some subventions on? I think it's working like this at all. Anyways. Oh, our meat production. Prehistoric scenery completed. Nice. In the meantime, British-Danish Treaty of Friendship and Commerce. What do we have here before? This is an extra treaty because so far we have no trade privileges, right? Ah, sad. These diplomatic embassies I still don't fully understand. Yeah. I want to rather do it in one. Is there a chance? Can we convince the Brits for more? For HP Möller to build in the British market? Yeah, here. What did you want? Also, you wanted to have arts, right? Financial services also gives you some. Yeah, come on, we can. I mean, they were lacking some, they can produce more. These kind of services industries I'm happy to give you. And here, steamers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm happy to supply Britain with steamers, of course. It's a core business. Oh, my, and HP Möller has to be in there. We have furniture already, right? Britain, Britain, Britain. Oh, your market is actually quite... I hope we're not... But it's not as great as I thought. Sulfur, guys. There's more potential for us to trade with you. Fine art you also wanted, right? So, okay, and what do you give us? Investment rights. No! Still far away from that one, but you have maybe some good transfer you can give us. Fabric, yep. To some extent, nah. So we also have our own liquor. British liquor. Scotch, or whatever this is, will be. Grain, nope, we just talked about it. Definitely not. Merchant marine. We also have our own ports and we're never gonna get to the investment rights over there, that's the problem. We only get to the investment rights if we actively give them out with some too, that's the thing. Okay, here you go, you get some more, someone some wood, that's good. Yeah, maybe you can also check. Do we have fertilizer we're giving to them? Fertilizer. Ah, well, we're still. I'm still not done cooking. We can stop the money. We can stop the investment rights are just like too hated. Hey, that's not good. In this case, I just like want to do more trade with the Brits. I think because it's just very beneficial for us. Now these things we can produce ourselves. Wood is fine in this case. Then let's just do another money transfer that's maybe bigger. So it's easier for us to cure our financial situation with a little bit of British support. Victoria's for sure happy to pay. Question is that this is these sliders are a little so finicky. This is something from the UI that should be done a little bit better, I think. Let's see if we can. 70% chance. Come on. Still no investment rights, but higher payments, bigger trades. Entered into force, that's great, amazing. And pre-aesthetic scenery, amazing, also new stuff. Student interest, yeah, new generation of scholars. In a few weeks now, students at the university have been watching with growing interest where Dr. Johnström is building a prehistoric scenery. What some consider to be a quirky undertaking, others see as inspiration. Suddenly, the distant past becomes tangible. Now we're taking the academic process. Zoological transport. Come on, take some. And guys, look at this. What is happening? Wow. And somehow we also have a higher GDP. We're sending a lot of ships now to the shipyards in Zealand. Yeah, the ship price must have gone up. Oh my god. Motors and coal. Yeah. We should also. Do we have motor industries? No, but let's build one even though they need steel and so forth. Maybe it's not bad to have some local rotor production. What I was trying to say was, look at the... Okay, we're back at -12, but the situation isn't getting better. Studying women, yes. Study, definitely. Vote for clear skies. And we're back with a new election in the end. Yeah, we don't want the rules too strong, right? Ah, the independent worker is actually better, or the left. Let's see how the... Oh, do we have new party system? Yeah, the armed forces want to join now the conservatives. Interesting to see. Radical expansion. No, the social liberal party is the one we need, actually, at least from the name. Don't know when to check details right now. Maybe now with a weakened Russia, it's easier to... Oh, whoa, 55%, holy moly. What is military assistance? Yeah, but our costs are so little, we just send an attaché basically. Come on guys, this is too good. Let's... I have to go for it. I have to go for it now. Why there's no good transfer or anything, I'm kind of surprised. Do we have any interest? We have interest in Russia. Maybe because the revolt is having all the ports. They're winning, right? It seems pretty much as they're winning. Guys, I'm definitely gonna go for this. This is now our big chance. Still like trade rights? No, they're in the What? Oh my god. Look at this. They joined the Metternich system. They're part of the Austrian market. And which led to a total crumble of the GDP. Oh my god, we have a third of the Russian GDP. This is a total collapse of the Russian system. I mean, they were really bad before, but that's... Oh my. Do they still have traditionalism? No, they have laissez-faire and free trade. And they have a liberal revolt. What is happening in Austria and Russia? And how is this affecting the... I wonder if this is the loss of Venetia, Lombardia, this drop also probably, or if this is a income of Russian goods. I mean, they're competing somehow in agricultural products, to be honest. Nevertheless, I'm definitely gonna go for this one. There is no fucking way. Sorry for the cursing. Let's do 10 years, because the military assistance is nothing I want to do forever. But let's keep it in this one thing, and sorry for the long stop, but this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I mean, I wanted to trade first and foremost, but still. Wasn't this just a 100% chance? Huh? Sometimes I'm confused. 85%, come on guys, this will go through. Yes, sir! We have investment rights in Russia! That's good. I mean, let's see, but I think it should be definitely good. In the meantime, we're getting back to a lowest point in terms of debt and 7k interest, which means... I'm gonna build the motor industries and quickly these things, and then I'm done. Then I'm stopping again to go back to capitalist construction, definitely, yes. This observatory is too, just like I didn't know it takes so long. But the motor industries can be quickly done. Defend of decency. No, I don't want the Höyre stronger. And definitely not the landowners. Yeah, let's make them smaller. The revolution will not be villainized. It's far away. This is here. Let's go this way. How much time is left for the election? 98 days, so next year. Ashanti, epic yellow fever, yeah. Contagious. Don't have so much authority right now. We should save it up anyway somewhere. I think we could stop road maintenance, to be honest. Infrastructure should be fine. Yeah, easy with our tons of harbors, probably. Do we have tons of harbors? Oh, but they're not even running efficiently. That's a bit sad. Transportation can't be... Why are we having a subventions for import? Definitely not, but I could do high subventions for export, to be honest, for logistical services. This would be helpful. No, they stay at least very cheap. Steel is the biggest factor. Definitely not supporting the conservatives over here, even though they seem to have... No, the social liberals are on top for the Greens. That's good. That's good. Who deserves the credit? Not the landowners, not the farmers. I mean the farmers. Rather than the church. How many people do we have here in still peasants and unemployed people hanging out? It's not so easy yet. Yeah. But look at the time span we were able to cover, basically. You know, this is the second episode after we went into this program of, yeah, financial easiness. Or like, of not building. And then we built again. So at least for 4 years we managed to stay on a similar level and managed to build something. So that's okay. And that is getting, the interest rate is the same, but our deficit is smaller because the income is went up. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not reading this, and there's no alert to me. You don't need to alert me of the investor stat. I think come to the place where this is not important. Lobbies in check, yes. The Danish-Austrian League is just for the landowners, okay. And the Russians have prevailed. And we have for 10 years, we have Western rights. And we have the election with the Social Liberal Party on top, before the Free People's Party, for the Höyre, for the Free Trade Party. Let's see what kind of a government we can build that is happy. Either, yeah, I think we're gonna go for this one, right? The Rural Folk and the Social Liberal Party. 100% legitimacy. And we shall see what new option this brings to us for the next legislative period, which we can do over here from now on from 68. But I think this is again a good moment for us to end 2 years in and an election day. So great moment to end this very episode. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you like the programs we are running. Do you agree? I think we're gonna finish these livestocks and maybe the tooling workshop, and then I'm gonna stop construction again and let us recover for a bit. I hope you... Why did we, by the way, lose these river developers in Sweden? Oh! We lost the investment rights in Sweden. That's the problem. Let's hope that 52% will go through. Come on, Sweden, we've always been such good friends, no? Wait, access not wanted. We can't do good transfer because you're part of the German market, but... Only replication. Well, this is only my last resort. Let's try with 52% and we'll... Or decline. Oh no, that's sad. And also here I'm gonna... I still don't fully understand the difference here with the lower two options to wins. And then intervene to ease payment if possible, and never intervene to ease payments. I click the great food in this case. Yeah, we have to get better with the Swedes now. It won't work because of the... but yeah, we'll at some point the Swedish shouldn't be too hard, right? Let's buy a moose or something in the meantime as an excuse, and then we'll get new investment rights. I'm sure about that one. The regional HQs prevail anyways, right? Yeah, this was, and I started already with my demoderation while getting lost again. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. Let me know in the comments what you think where we should go next and so forth. Leave me a like and subscription if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for this. Makes me super happy. And then most importantly, see you next time in the next episode when we continue. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.